All right, I want to look at a couple of special type equations here. This first one, you may or may not already know what the answer is. 2 to some power is equal to 9 to that same power. Hopefully you know what the answer is, but if not, that's cool. We'll tell you here in a little bit. So to solve this, I'm going to do the log of both sides. So if you take the log of each side, you're going to get x log 2 is equal to x log 9. And then we'll move all of our x's over to one side. X log 2 minus x log 9 is equal to 0 now. All right, and then what we would do, we'd factor out an x because both terms have an x. So x, and we got log 2 minus log 9. Cool. All right, now your next step, since the x is connected to all this by multiplication, you would divide by all of this to get rid of it. Well, we know that if x is a factor, 0 is the solution. If you do 0 divided by all of this stuff, you're just going to get 0. All right, that's going to be your answer. And it checks out because 2 to the 0 and 9 to the 0, both of those are equal to 1. So that's why the answer is 0. All right, this next one, I'm going to look at 4 to the x minus 2 is equal to negative 16. All right, so if I were trying to solve this, just first glance, I would know something's up because I'm trying to raise some number to an exponent and get a negative result. That's going to be bad. Like you can't make that happen. So let's say I don't know that, and I go ahead and take log base 4 of both sides. Okay, log base 4 of 4 to the x minus 2 and log base 4 of negative 16. The left-hand side, you get x minus 2. When you try to evaluate the right-hand side, though, it's going to give you some issues. All right, you would have to do log negative 16 divided by the log of 4 using the change of base, and you're going to get this wild, weird-looking answer with an I. All right, this expression is not defined under the real numbers, all right? Because what it's trying to do is 4 to some power is equal to negative 16. And this is crazy. You can't get an answer to something like this. 4 to any power will always be positive as long as your exponent is a real number. So whenever you're trying to solve something like this, like you might just write down the answer just like this, and then plus 2 on both sides. You're like, oh yeah, I found my answer. This is the answer. Well, this doesn't have solutions. Like there are no solutions to this. The answer that we got here is what we would call an extraneous solution. Okay, it's no good. All right. Yeah. So sometimes you gotta just keep a good head on your shoulders and remember to look out for stuff like this. You can't take the log of something negative, right? The input for logs always have to be positive numbers.